off the floor. I feel lighter, lighter. I'm hooked on this feeling and I'm wanting some more. I can't get enough, got a craving for more. Give me all of that, give me what you got. I can't stop, I can't stop. I keep going up, I'm climbing to the top. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Oh, I was born to go and fly, to fly higher, higher, like a bird up in the sky, on a wire, wire. I'm hooked on this feeling and I'm wanting some more. I can't get enough, got a craving for more. Give me all of that, give me what you got. I can't stop, I can't stop. I keep going up, I'm climbing to the top. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. 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 I want it, I love it, I gotta have it. I want it, I love it, I gotta have it. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I spread my wings, I'm letting go. I go higher, higher. My feet are lifting off the floor. I feel lighter, lighter. I'm hooked on this feeling and I'm wanting some more. I can't get enough, got a craving for more. Give me all of that, give me what you got. I can't stop, I can't stop. I keep going up, I'm climbing to the top. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Oh, I was born to go and fly, to fly higher, higher, like a bird up in the sky, on a wire, wire. I'm hooked on this feeling and I'm wanting some more. I can't get enough, got a craving for more. Give me all of that, give me what you got. I can't stop, I can't stop. I keep going up, I'm climbing to the top. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not coming down, 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 down. I'm
wife.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Awesome.
Very good. So we are in episode 574. That's a lot of numbers. Really is. You keep adding them up, a bunch of different topics. Today we have 3 topics in particular that we're going to cover. 3. All right. So we're going to cover realtors, getting creative, and thinking of 3 sellers right now that are currently not on the market that we might be able to approach.
Does yourself count?
Yourself, yeah. I suppose you count for yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then we have McKinney FBO. We're going to talk about that. And they have an airplane hangar shortage. And what does that really mean? Okay. And then we also have cash offers backed by Open Door and Home Partners.
What does that mean? We're going to talk about that. You guys may have seen these come across on your listings. So we're going to talk about it.
Good. That's a great topic, Shana. I'm really appreciative of that one. It's one I don't know much about, so you'll have to help me kind of walk through that bad boy if you would. And then we have the word of the day is going to be FBO, which stands for?
Fixed-based operators.
All right, so we'll go over the fixed-based operator and what that happens to mean. It is nice to see everyone join us here from YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter daily at 8:45 a.m. Monday through Friday.
Is. Or Hunter's Creek. We have neighbors walking by outside and they peek in and kind of glance like, what's going on in there?
Yeah, there's a lot going on, that's for sure.
What? And roll call. We take a roll call every day from our agents to see who's here and who's paying attention. It's not just who's here. We know if you're paying attention or not, right?
Yeah, we can tell. We can see right through the screen.
I used to work for our kids, but
it's one of those things like brokers. Like a parent. We can tell. We just have that kind of extra vision.
And we have new people joining us. So if you are new and you're not necessarily a part of our real estate family, we welcome you. And thanks for joining us this morning. Chime in. Let us know. What do you think?
It's kind of like we can see through the TV. There was a show when I was younger. I can't remember the exact name of it, but they'd be like, I see Timmy and Johnny. And they would look through the TV,
They never said Shana, though.
Yeah,
never.
Right?
Never.
So I see Rachel and I see Stacy.
Jody.
Yeah, it's really weird how that, and they're like, oh my gosh, they said my name. Anyways, that's a blast from the past. If anyone remembers the name of that show, go ahead and chat.
No.
I can't remember, but somebody's going to tell us right now because they are paying attention and they're going to chat that right in now.
But Amy knows. She was probably right beside you watching it.
She most likely was. And today's agent workshop is going to be at 10 o'clock. It's going to be the first one, and then we have one again at noon. If you have any challenges meeting with us later in the week and you know that problem's coming up, then jump on there and see us today, right? We want to ensure that everyone jumps on. I believe we have a good topic today. It is going to be summer goal setting. So it's going to be an interactive workshop where we kind of go through numbers, type some stuff in, see what you want to do and how you have to do it.
That's great.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to look into that, and it's going to be spreadsheet based. So please, if you could, be in front of your computer, just like we want to. It's a workshop, remember? And this is all designed for you as the agent. You.
Yes.
Shana, do you feel good about that?
I feel good about that. You ready?
I believe so. Let's hit it.
Y'all ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey there, realtor. Let's get creative. Let's think about some sellers, maybe 3 in particular, that currently aren't listed, that are off the market, and see what we could do to drum up some business. That's luxury real estate broker Shana Acquisto.
And that's luxury real estate broker Mike Acquisto.
Very good. And what we're going to talk about are, do we have any friends, family, neighbors who might really want to sell? Right? We have to kind of think about this. Do they want bigger, smaller? Right? Do they want to get out of town? Do they want a new area? Is there something new that took place?
Do they want to downsize or do they want to upsize?
Yeah.
People
get aggressive.
Think they want to downsize, but they really don't.
And before we get started, I will remind you that what you don't ask for, you won't get.
True.
All right. So, Shana, let's kind of discuss this.
So, it is a hot topic here. And, most everyone, whether they're buying or selling or not, they're familiar with the real estate market and have an idea that it's kind of on fire right now, especially from a seller standpoint. It's a seller's market. So if you've heard, I would say in the last 5 years or so that, at this point in time, we're thinking about this is our plan. We want to downsize. We want to move out, maybe get a condo and then travel around and not have the upkeep of a home. Or, just think back of some things that you've heard from friends or acquaintances. And maybe you think, I'm going to go to them and ask them if they're wanting to sell right now, because you might have a buyer, right? And we always tell people that put your home on the open market because you're going to get more and probably the highest and best. But sometimes people are afraid of that. So if you can make a connection, there's a way to do that without putting it on the open market, as long as they understand that, that may not be in their best interest.
So we won't disclose any names, but this did recently happen to somebody that we know, like, and
Sunday
trust. Yeah.
night.
So all of a sudden, Shana says,
9 o'clock.
hey, did you know that? Insert name here. And they received an offer to, make them move, so to speak, because somebody knew about this. And another
They
agent
had talked
approached
about
them.
it a little bit
Yeah.
2 years ago.
And then the agent approached them with an offer that was $100,000 more than they thought they would have on the open market.
Actually, it was $100,000 more than the highest price that we thought we could get, really pushing the envelope.
So somebody came in and was just like, here you go. Would you consider selling? We know that you would most likely want to move, and you had talked about doing this or this if and when, and maybe could we give you a nudge to do that sooner?
So why wouldn't you just put an offer together? Doesn't have to be a home that's listed. Just somebody that you may know, a home that maybe your buyers are like, I've always loved this particular home. I would love to buy it. Put an offer together. Find out who it is and take it to them.
And ask that question, right? So the challenge for you realtors is to get a little creative and think of 3. Yes, 3 is in 1, 2, and 3 different people that might have this interest. Maybe the person said, when the kids get out of school, when this happens, if that happens. It would be better to have a 1-story than a 2-story. Boy, has it changed. We're both home officing now, and this is a problem, right? Whatever those things are, think through that mind, go through kind of your Rolodex. Pick up your phone. And not a bad way to do it is just scroll through and say, start at A and go through your phone and then scroll through and B and look at it and be like, just think about that person for a minute and see if you can pull them out.
I would also think about the current buyers that you have that are struggling out there. And this is kind of what happened over the weekend that we saw is this agent had have buyers that they want to be in a particular area, going to a specific school, and they were just struggling to find a home. So they just put an offer together and took it right to their home. And I thought that was very clever, and I would do that. I think you guys should do that. And I would challenge who's going to be the first person to do that and get an offer accepted on a property that wasn't listed.
And today, on
awesome.
starting new business for the summer and kind of setting some goals and going through some analytical stuff for you, I'm challenging you with 3 of those. So you go through and name 3 of that. 3 people that you could pull out of their current property to kind of start that discussion with.
And match them with your buyer who's been looking for something, specific, and make it happen.
Shana,
an opportunity.
You're onto something here. I'm glad you came up with that.
Let's do it.
That was awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Hit the bell, wife. McKinney FBO. There's a hanger shortage. Yep, that's true.
What?
Do we even know what FBO is, what it stands for, what it means? Where is this? What's going on, and why is there a hanger shortage? We're going to discuss that and much more with the luxury real estate broker, Shana Acquisto. She knows all about these things because her clients have planes and helicopters and jets, and they need big runways, and those are real things. So we're going to go ahead and show that off. We're going to talk about maybe the 20-year plan that McKinney FBO has.
And did you know McKinney has 2 airports?
Yep.
That's kind of crazy, too.
So we'll talk about the FBO one. We'll talk about how much money is really around here and what a plane means and the different types and We're going to talk about what does this mean for housing? And do you now need maybe a helipad at your property? I don't know. Shana, let's dive into this bad boy.
All right. So is Umcar going to split the screen?
Yeah, he is going to split the screen.
So the McKinney
Go ahead.
McKinney Air Center is a private airport in McKinney. And like Mike said, they have air hangar shortages. So many people have planes and they don't have anywhere to put them, you guys. So they're having to go, I think, to Sherman, we've heard, and some other cities a little on the outskirts.
Yeah. So I like kind of these pictures here. So let's go ahead and just let this roll through while we kind of talk about it, and you'll be able to look at this. So these are jets that are here, right? And it's really cool. So what you do is you just like pull right up and they fuel your plane and you walk right out, and it's a really, really cool experience. But what we're going over is what this means for residential real estate.
Yeah.
There are so many people that live here that now have planes, jets, ones that they have different types, because there's certain ones that are fuel efficient and go short distances, right? There are ones that are maybe like more like SUVs and like, or a bus and would carry more people and go a little bit slower and go further.
Yep. And there are a lot of people who are charged, right? And so you hear, I've had some of our clients do girls' weekends, and they charter a plane and they go away for the weekend, and you know, it's crazy. Bachelorette parties, insane.
So maybe we could
Whole other world.
Maybe we could have like bro lunch in Colorado and just go there for
Yeah.
That'd be interesting, and just come back the same day and just be like, all
We could
right,
have
we're
girl
gonna go do
weekend,
that.
and we won't tell.
Yeah, you just pick your location.
I'm going
here.
to tell you.
Well, it's pretty cool, and that's kind of what's going on. The other day, ladies and gentlemen, I heard a word that I was like, I didn't know exactly what that was. But just think about this for a moment. And I looked it up after I got done with the gentleman. And so he said, I'm looking at getting a global plane, getting a global. And I was just like, what's that? And I was like, global jet.
I never like to really ask. I just kind of...
Yeah, so anyways, I hear this, and then I look up global jet and get some information afterwards, and I was like, wow, that's a real thing. So imagine the net worth that this individual has, right, that we were showing the property to, when he's going to have a global jet. So take that, and I'm going to actually do it live for you and type it right in here as we look at this, just so we have an idea. I went on, and I was like, global jet cost. And I was like, what does that mean? Oh my word, 72.8 million? Okay, now just think about that for a moment. What kind of home does this person buy?
Not ours.
Well, they could in 100 others. Holy cow. That is amazing, isn't it? You take a look at that, and now we'll go back over here, and I'm just going to play this video, and maybe we'll even mute it so that they don't hear kind of what's going on. But just like, let them take a look here, right? And open this bad boy up for you so you see a little bit more of it. But this is kind of like the FBO. You're just taking a quick jaunt through here. Nice job, Ken. Way to tell us all about it. They win awards. This is quite a place.
It is really cool, and they treat you like you are a celebrity there. I mean, it's amazing. We had the, privilege of flying from McKinney to Montana a few times, and it's really cool because when we get to Montana, you're treated that way as well. So they really, I'd never flown first class, but I did get to fly in a jet, and it was really awesome.
So that's pretty much the experience, right? And then like the dogs jump right in or whatever. You just pull right up. You probably are not in a Camry pulling right up here. You're getting on your jet. But it's a crazy experience. And I just want you to realize what this means for real estate. Yeah. And there's a hangar shortage.
And if you hear of anyone, it's funny, you talk about things and then all of a sudden you start hearing more about it. And if you hear of clients having a plane, they don't know where to put it, be aware of this airport. I think we should take a tour there.
I think it would be a really good idea, Shana.
Yeah.
I think it would be spectacular, actually, from a real estate perspective. And so now I want to go back as soon as this kind of ends here and talk about maybe what this means. Does it mean that now that we have this going on, that we now maybe should get, let's see here. So we pulled that up, and they have a 20-year plan that's going on here. So I'm going to take and pull this up. We're going to share these links in here. And this is their 20-year master plan that they put together that goes over what they're going to be doing, right? And where it's going to draw from, where it's located, what's going on, how the area is supposed to grow, what they plan on doing. So this information will be shared with you so that you can also get to this and take a peruse right through it. So
really
Omkar
cool.
will grab each of those links. He'll throw them in the description, and he'll chat them in so you guys can see that.
I think it's really cool. And
Let's go back over here, Omkar.
if
We'll
you go
pull off
back,
the
it was
screen.
talking about the Byron Nelson, which is this weekend. And, you know, if you need space and you're flying in for the Byron Nelson, they were having some, you know, advertisements about that.
Very good. Now, here we are, and we're back in Moscow. And so producer Omkar is in Moscow, and he's just going over this and showing off some items for us with the background and what he's doing. We will talk more about him and have a cultural exchange with him just as soon as we can. But now that we transition back over here for us, I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. Is I think helipad is going to become a real thing.
I'm just going to say right now, Rachel, stop. Because she's chatting some things in and...
Yeah? Well, I'm talking about a helipad. And I think it would be super interesting if all of a sudden we have a shortage of airplane space. I think helicopter becomes a more viable option for
Jerry
transportation.
kind of led that charge with flying all over with his helicopter. We kind of saw it the other day. We were like,
Shana saw Jerry's helicopter just kind of rotating around after the draft, chilling particularly close to,
it was very
to the
close
lake
to
in
our
McKinney. We were
property,
looking
and we were
over
like-
and like, Mike, what is that all about? What's Jerry doing? And he just was hovering for a little bit too long. Move on, Jerry. Get up to Prosper to your joint, and we'll talk more when we're ready for you to talk.
Ooh.
Okay? But that would be pretty cool.
yeah.
If you had a helipad, would you just come in and land? I don't know. Would you meet Jerry if you had that? Would people flying over if you said like, hey, welcome, stop?
I'm a little nervous of helicopters, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, people have stories about
Just
them, and you
a
heard
little
Kobe and all those
unstable.
things.
Yeah. But, I get it. It just, I don't know.
All right. I think we're good.
Okay,
Hit the
we're good
bell,
on that.
wife. Cash offers. Backed by
love cash
Open Door and Home Partners. Luxury real estate broker Shana Acquisto, please tell us a little bit about this.
So you may have noticed on some of your listings, the offers come over, and they may come over from myself as a realtor and then have an approval from Open Door. An Open Door backed off financing.
Okay.
Right? So this one in particular was one that Amy had over the weekend, but we've kind of been seeing a couple of unique financing options, and I just want to kind of talk through them.
Okay.
So the first being, or we'll talk about Amy's, is she got an offer in from a realtor, and then it was backed by, they had a Bank of America pre-approval,
Okay.
and then they had an Open Door backed cash offer.
Okay.
So what that means to you guys, and from a selling standpoint, is great. They want to go financing, but if they can't, then they're going to be able to pay cash for the property. So,
Oh, it's showing they have like a backup situation in
yes.
place.
And home, I started thinking, why? Wow, what are they doing? Well, I kind of feel like maybe Open Door for a while was paying for these homes and like overpaying for these homes, and now maybe they're trying to come back in and recoup. I don't know. But it's not just Open Door. There's also Home Partners of America. And what we've seen with Home Partners is they'll come in and purchase the home and then allow a buyer to move into the home, or they may currently be renting a home. They come in and buy it, allow them to stay there until they get to a point where they can purchase the home. And that's the same with Open Door, is what they're doing is coming in and, guaranteeing that this buyer is going to be able to pay for this home, whether it be financing or cash. So a couple of things that I've seen on these is one, and I don't know if Amy had this in hers, but I believe that they require you to use a particular title company. So you want to be aware of that. And then what happens is there's an agreement between the buyer and Open Door that within 7 days prior to close or 10 days that they have to transfer the property and assign it to Open Door. So you're going to want to make sure if you do accept an offer that it does have and or assigns, that you have Shana Acquisto as the buyer or assigns. That way they have the ability to assign it to Open Door and get the thing closed. I think they can close within 14 days, which is actually beneficial to you as a seller that you get it closed quickly. Now, they have the same, some things that we've seen on the other side with a Open Door property is how they handle their repairs. So you want to make sure that you understand that if they are not coming in with an option period, what does that mean? So if you see these, I would love to have a discussion about it. Maybe we can do that on Friday. Show me your listings. We can talk about if you guys have seen these, and let's look through them and let's kind of dissect them and see if this is actually a good thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And does it seem like it's a backup option, right? So they're a little bit more stable. But now is this company that's backing it also have a lot of conditions themselves so that their offer actually can be purchased, that now makes it really so that there's repairs that do have to be made.
Right.
So we need to dive into this a little bit more. We do need to get our hands on one of these and kind of see what it means. Because even if you just having a piece of paper is something, but the reality is the other company can be like, yeah, well, so like we're buying it when you fulfill these conditions, right? So you didn't have an inspection period, but like we won't buy it without this going right and this being repaired.
Yes. Now, this is different. I've been receiving offers from Zillow.
Okay.
So they're Zillow offers. They're not, they don't have a typical agent plus the Zillow offer. It's coming straight from Zillow. Here's your offer. And they're sending it via text. So that is just something that we're going to dive into a little deeper another time. But something you're going to want to make your sellers aware of and you guys be aware of. Because if I, as a homeowner, am getting an offer from Zillow directly to me, that's, to me, a little overstepping. If my home is listed and they have bypassed the agent and come straight to the seller, that is a violation. So you can't do that as an agent. Zillow is now a broker. So if they are bypassing a realtor and going straight to a seller, no bueno.
All right. So Shauna's got, this
too.
was an amazing topic that you brought up with a lot of hard-hitting anecdotal evidence.
Well, Amy and I kind of touched on it this weekend, and we felt that we should bring it up.
No. So great job to Amy Gasparini, realtor in Frisco, Texas. So if you guys
have listings
do come
that we
up
have these topics to talk about.
Yeah.
That's
So
as
you guys start to see these come in, please take them, note them, document it. Then send it to Stacy and be like, hey, Stacy, see what's going on in here and see this so we see it. Then also copy Shana so we can take and review it.
Amy did a good
These
job.
are things
She's
we want
like,
to be on
hey,
top
is this
of.
legit? What is this? What's going on? And so it was really good that she sent me the complete offer so we could go through it and look through it. And
now, before you just forward it on, I would also ask that you read it, review it, and understand it. Maybe call the number and see what's going on if it's one of those that you're considering. Then you will be a little bit ultimately more aware of what's going on, right? And a little bit more familiar for your client. Then you can come on TNT Thursday. And as an agent, you can discuss this in depth. So the more research you do and the more professional you become at what you're doing, then you'll be better off. Also gives you a great advantage being a listing agent to walk in and can be fluent in what's going on here and be able to have a conversation, an intelligent one, with your seller client.
Yeah, and we've talked in the past about having the discussion about iBuyers when that was a real big hot thing. So, yeah.
Very good.
To know all these things.
Shana, spectacular topic. Hit the bell, close it out. Real estate word of the day today is FBO. Stands for Fixed Base Operator. And that is luxury real estate broker Shana Acquisto. She's going to first define it for us. We will use it in a sentence, and then we will discuss it for just a moment.
Okay, FBO. I just want to say FBI. FBO refers to a fixed base operator. This is an airport business which handles private aviation, non-commercial, aircraft, passengers, and services.
Thank you, Shana. That was very good. And then to use it in a sentence. In Shauna's dream world, she travels only to and from on FBOs and on FBO airports. Yeah. Right? So we would like to have a private jet.
Yeah,
we currently don't. Like, that's not a thing, right? But it's amazing. It's another world that until you get to experience it, you don't really understand is even there. Yeah. And then your eyes are like, oh, okay. That's interesting.
This is how the other half live. I get it now.
Well, half. I don't know that it's half that are living like that. You know, it's a percentage, right? I think it's a minute percentage.
We're normally in the back of the plane, but...
So, ladies and gentlemen, now you know what FBO stands for. We did talk about it locally. McKinney has an FBO. So you can look at that one and take a look. And then you would store your planes there. You can refuel. You can de-ice. You can grab a meal. You know, pick up your pilot, swap them out. It's a way station if you need to. And grab another pilot if you have flying that far. You can have all different types of jets. Small jets, big jets, global jets. $72.8 million for a global.
Save your money.
Well, that's a wrap for us today. Thank you guys for chatting in a bunch of stuff. We've had a lot of good information that was shared. A lot of sharing here. Yeah. And we'll be able to get to some of those comments. Just interact. If you as an agent see somebody else chat something in that's interesting to you, maybe pick up the phone afterwards and call them and be like, hey, what was that all about, right? Yeah. You're buying a jet? Tell me more about that. And, you know, we just want to have a conversation. Right? It's amazing how friendly everybody is and how much they want to share information. Mm-hmm. So if you have it, disseminate it, push it out there, get interactive with us, right? And on today we discussed get creative and find 3 new people.
I'm challenging you guys.
McKinney FBO.
For that one.
You need to know a little bit more information, right? So that you can become an agent that sells at higher and higher price points, and knowing all about that.
One way to tap into that luxury market.
It definitely is. The more knowledge you have, the more power, and you have to know the right things if you want to sell the right properties. And then what else do we have? Cash offers backed by
Open Door and Home Partners.
Very good, Shana. And then we defined FBO. So hopefully these were a bunch of interesting topics. You know, we've had a bunch of agents tell us recently that the topics were really very relevant and interesting and unique to them.
Guys.
Yeah, I'm really glad. And I hope you learned a little bit of something. And they're designed to be kind of short, right? And pithy. You know, like right in there. Thanks, Bill O'Reilly, for that word. So anyways, go ahead and then you can look up later on and dive deeper in and see what these topics actually are all
and
about
are we
for yourself.
Supposed to share today?
Today is TNT
sharing. So this would be a great topic to share about the planes.
It is. Maybe next week once it's posted to our website. So grab something from
last week,
go to the website, share that out, get interactive, right?
Get some
Do
engagement.
These things. Yeah, engagement is kind of key.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, reminder, 10 a.m. is when we have the next weekly meeting for the workshops.
Excited about that.
We are all good. Let's hit the bell and take some photos.
Guys.
Well, we'll have to go through this quickly. Shauna's got Shauna's on a meeting that
Zoom.
she's supposed to be on right now, but she's not.
Alright.
She's
Yeah.
currently
Being a
here
rebel.
with us.
Okay. First topic, let's the Realtors Great Creator.
Ooh.
Realtors, get creative.
Okay. Now,
Oh, okay, I think we got one good enough.
okay. All right. The second topic, McKinney FBO. Yeah.
McKinney FBO. Oh, so you're an airplane?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to fit it in the screen. So you're flying.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay. I like the fact that you're flying. That was really good. It was really well done.
Okay.
Extremely well done. Thanks. Cash offers. Do have cash.
cash offers.
Some, not a ton. All right. Once again, let's guess how much cash Mike has in his pocket. Shauna.
150.
150? That's what you think?
300.
All right. Count it out, Shauna.
Now,
What do we got? And then hold it up.
250.
250. All right. So that's the number. Hold it up. Nice.
Okay.
All right.
I gotta go.
and FBO.
FBO.
Thought this was fine.
Yeah.
Well, it is, but it's yeah, good.
Same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Thank you. Got it. We already got it. Think we're good. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Shauna's got to go.
Microphone.
She's already late. Yes, microphone. About skydiving.
I spread my wings, I'm letting go. I go higher, higher. My feet are lifting off the floor. I feel lighter, lighter. I'm hooked on this feeling and I'm wanting some more. I can't get enough, got a craving for more. Give me all of that, give me what you got. I can't stop, I can't stop. I keep going up. I'm climbing to the top. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not going down, 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 down. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not going down, 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 down. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. 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 I was born to go and fly, to fly higher, higher, like a bird up in the sky, on a wire, wire. I'm hooked on this feeling and I'm wanting some more. I can't get enough, got a craving for more. Give me all of that, give me what you got. I can't stop, I can't stop. I keep going up. I'm climbing to the top. I'm high on the feeling, oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not going down, 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 down. lifting off the floor. I feel lighter, lighter. I'm hooked on